What's up, you guys? It's Ben and welcome back to my channel where we talk about everything there is relating to selling on Amazon. So in today's video, what I want to cover is my big worry for the month of November and December for all of the existing sellers on Amazon FBA in the UK marketplace. There's quite a few news articles that I've read at the moment that actually does bring me a little bit of worry, and there's certain actions that I personally think us Amazon FBA sellers should be considering taking now before it's potentially too late. Now, as mentioned before, this video is more geared towards Amazon FBA sellers that are currently already selling on Amazon FBA. However, I still do believe that this video is actually going to be very useful for all of the Amazon FBA potential sellers coming into the next couple of months, because this gives you a good idea of what it's really like selling on Amazon and what are we thinking about and what are we experiencing on a day-to-day basis. And with that being said, guys, if you are interested in selling on Amazon, then please don't forget to check the links down below for my own personal mentorship, where I will help you and guide you along the way when it comes to selling on Amazon. Otherwise, guys, if you're running on a relatively lower budget, then please don't forget to check the links down below for awesome, by far the best and most reliable e-commerce accountants out there, and with my link you'll get £100 off. Helium 10, the best product research tool for Amazon FBA with 50% off, or Tide, the most user-friendly business bank account that will sort out your business and set up your company for you. With that being said, guys, let's get straight to the video. Well, a few months ago, actually a couple of weeks ago, a lot of UK customers very well experienced the panic buying that happened with petrol. A lot of people, and a lot of them, including myself, had to queue for over an hour just to get a full tank of petrol at the nearby Tesco, Sainsbury's, whatever. And the reason for that was because of many news articles have said all at one time that there is a shortage of fuel in Britain, which led to this happening. And this is kind of similar to what I'm starting to see now in regards to Christmas shopping. Take a look at this, for example, article at the moment from Financial Times from a courier boss saying that UK Christmas shopping has started early. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole article, but what they are saying in a nutshell effectively is they are already starting to see a massive increase in deliveries, in online deliveries, starting over the last 2 weeks. So usually on a regular Christmas period, Christmas shopping effectively starts to pick up around mid-November. However, these guys already said that they have, the last 2 weeks have been really big in categories such as toys, and we're only on the 18th of October. And this really worries me, guys, because they have actually said that they have to find over 4,300 seasonal workers. Now, what does that mean to us? Well, just so you guys know, these guys on a regular basis employ around 3,800. So they have to more than double their workforce for this busy Q4, and it just goes to show how busy it can really get. And this is a big worry for me. And just what I'll tell you before I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing in the next few weeks to basically get to this and kind of combat that effectively, and what my actions are going to be. Have a look at another article by BBC, basically posted 4 days ago, saying toy shops warn of Christmas shortages amid port delays effectively. And I'm not going to go through the whole article again, but this is what the normal situation is, and this is what the current scenario where the ships entered the containers effectively to the port. The containers checked and unloaded pretty quickly, but however, at the moment, given that we don't have enough port staff because of COVID, because of whatever, not enough drivers or lorries move those ships quickly enough, and then you start seeing congestion. Just like you would have a traffic jam on an M25, you see exactly the same thing happening in these ports. And with less staff, each and every single process, i.e. customs checks, i.e. unloading, i.e. basically getting the drivers to deliver them to the retailers, the customers or whatever, all gets slowed down. So what happens, the ships then have to divert to other ports, and therefore congestion in various ports starts to add up because there's just not enough people taking those things out, and therefore it makes massive delays. Instead of some products coming from China, which usually takes around 4 to 6 weeks, can easily now take up to 12 weeks, and the supplier and the freight forwarder cannot do anything about it because there is simple congestion and their hands are tied completely. So no matter how much angry you are, no matter what you say to them, whatever, nothing can change because effectively everybody is in the same boat. Now, what I also found interesting is that this particular Thomas O'Brien, managing director of a Leeds-based toy designer company, said that everything takes longer and is horrendously more expensive, which is true, which means the company will be struggling to keep price increases to anything lower than 10%. I personally think it will easily, the prices for toys, beauty, anything gift related will go up by 20 to 30% at the very minimum. Now, I understand a lot of us can complain about it, it's unfair and so on and so forth, but this is the market that we're in at the moment. If people are shopping like crazy, the chances are, and the supply is relatively low, the chances are the prices are going to go up because the demand is way outweighing the supply. As we come down, we can also see as well, and this is another quite funny quote effectively from a business owner: as the weeks go by, I can only see it getting worse, which is just something we don't want to think about. Again, a great way to deal with your business, literally just not think about it and just see what happens. Okay, and yeah, this is absolutely the worst period I've ever known, ever. He said we can't get space on ships coming from the Far East. Okay, but what I find interesting here, it says, don't panic. Andrew Goodacre said there are no need to panic buy, but advised customers to start their normal shopping process earlier. So instead of buying everything in bulk, just start shopping a little bit earlier. If you see something you want, now is the time to buy, as retailers have most of their Christmas stock, but we can't guarantee having supplies of everything over the next few weeks. That is exactly what I can say about my own products at the moment. I have it stocked right now, but if the shopping and the buying sprees continue into the month of October and November, it's very, very unlikely that I myself will be in stock for the month of December right before to Christmas. And it's a challenge for small retailers because they don't have the cash to stockpile, he added, which is absolutely true. And just as you can see, the biggest congestion, the UK port, the biggest one is Felixstowe. However, because of that, all of the vessels have to be moved either to Southampton, to Tees, to Hamburg, and to other ports because there's just too many vessels, and therefore that delays absolutely everything. So what worries me the most is it's not just the BBC News. If you just type in Christmas early, you can see that there are so many different articles at the moment about panic buying effectively and encouraging people to buy it now as opposed to waiting later because you may not have any in stock. And as you can see, US Christmas retail crush comes earlier, supply chains buckle. Buy Christmas presents early to beat shortages, says shipping boss as ports fill up. If you see it, get it. This is by far the best title, to be honest. If you see it, get it. Shoppers urged to buy Christmas presents. And the more of these articles we see, the more people see these articles, the more they will start thinking about buying Christmas presents now. And as a result of that, this is causing a big issue. So what are my plans? What am I going to be doing? Well, there's a couple of things, guys. Number one, I am cutting off all my advertising spend immediately. Okay, so I spend around £2,500 to £3,500 on ads to push my products onto the first page and to make as many sales as possible at the cost of gross margin, effectively making less profit per sale. That get cut off straight away today. All of my products now will not be advertised on Amazon and will only have organic ranking. Therefore, I want to make as much money per each product as possible. Next up, the products that are actually selling really well and I have a lot of stock in, I will monitor very closely to see what the sales do over the next couple of weeks or so, because I still have quite a lot of stock and therefore I can continue to try and make as much money as possible while keeping a relatively competitive price. However, for the products that I don't have much in stock, and there are quite a few, they are running low, and by low I mean 200 units and under, I am already starting to increase the prices, okay? And I'm increasing the prices from $10.99 or $9.99 all the way up to $14.99, i.e. 50%. Now, you guys might be thinking, well, that's a massive jump. Usually you advise to jump up by £1 or £2. And yes, that is correct. However, these are different circumstances, guys. We are only in October. We have another 2.5 months on relatively high demand sales. This is a good problem to have at the end of the day, because being out of stock because you've sold everything is much better than not selling anything at all. However, guys, you have to think about it, okay? Unlike that business owner who said he doesn't want to think about it, we have to think about it, and we have to take the necessary actions straight away right now. And in my personal opinion, you should start thinking about potentially increasing the prices sooner rather than later, because what will happen potentially is that you will forget about it, and the next few days you will check on your inventory page and you will see, oh my god, you only have a couple of hundred units left, and the reorder is being delayed, and it will only come in mid-November or December, which is exactly happening to me right now. So you want to start increasing your prices sooner. It might affect affect your sales at the moment. However, you will probably make more profit in the long term, and you will stay in stock in the long term as well. Because the beautiful thing about this is most people that will not take this advice and that will not increase their prices will find themselves out of stock very, very quickly. And once they do find themselves out of stock, the customers that haven't bought their Christmas presents will have absolutely no choice but to buy from people that have stayed in stock effectively. And this is exactly what I want you guys to be, and this is exactly what I keep telling you to tell my students, to make sure to start increase their prices early. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I really hope you found it useful. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.